Revenge films.
My name is Jessica. I am a regular 21-year-old attending college right now. I always had a very serious personality. Because I was always studying until now, I didn't have much experience with relationships. But then a year ago, I got a boyfriend. Kevin was a full-time office employee, and because he was 10 years older than me, he was very calm and seemed like a very mature adult. I thought his maturity was attractive enough already, but he was also a very good-looking guy, so I fell for him quickly. However, 1 year after we started dating, it didn't seem like we were getting any closer, and it became the norm for him to come over to my place on the weekends and leave without staying over. According to him, he didn't feel comfortable staying at my place when I was still a college student, but due to personal reasons, he was living at home with his parents, so he couldn't invite me over to his. So, he said, until I graduate college, he wanted to maintain some distance. Back home, his mother was in a wheelchair, and in order to support her, he was living at home with her, so he wouldn't be able to leave home. On top of that, in the mornings, in place of his mother, he was doing the chores and cooking, and that was the reason why he wasn't able to stay over. I really admired how family-oriented he was, so I tried my best to understand why we couldn't see each other often. But he would always suddenly show up to see me and then go home within 2 hours, and that left me feeling pretty sad. I was starting to be a little unhappy about this relationship when suddenly he started saying things that caught my attention.
Hey, I have a suggestion.
What is it?
Can you start taking a birth control pill?
Birth control pill?
Yeah. Don't you agree it would be bad for you to get pregnant now?
What? I need to go to the gynecologist to get a prescription. I'm busy with college. I don't have time right now. We could just use a contraceptive the way we have been.
Is that so? Then I won't see you anymore.
What? But why?
I'm saying we should take birth control pills just in case. But if you don't understand, then that's that. You're still a student, aren't you? What are you going to do if you were to get pregnant?
Well, that would be a problem, but...
Then come on, take birth control pills.
All right, fine. I'll try going to the gynecologist. I felt like I had no choice but to go to the gynecologist and start taking birth control pills. But then he stopped wearing protection. That was when I began doubting his intentions, that maybe he was just with me for my body, and that I was just being played. I decided to talk to my friend from college, Jamie, about it.
So, how's it going with your boyfriend? Is it going well?
About that, there's actually something I wanted to ask you about, Jamie.
Did something happen?
Actually, when I told her everything that happened between my boyfriend and I, Jamie started saying that he was suspicious. Jamie was worried that I was in fact being played and just used for my body. So she said that she wanted to tell her more details about him. And so I told her everything I knew until now. But then Jamie became even more suspicious of him, and she said that we should investigate him together. That being said, I had never been to his house before, so I didn't know where he lived. So first, we decided to wait for him outside of the office. Jamie and I aimed for the time that he should be done with work, and as we were waiting outside of his office together, a certain car pulled up to the entrance. Inside the car was a woman and a child about preschool age. We didn't think much of it as we watched the car, but then the next moment, a shocking turn of events happened. To our disbelief, waving his hand at the car as he came out of the office was without a doubt my boyfriend Kevin. I was so shocked at the scene unfolding in front of me that I froze, but Jamie had my back, and she started recording the whole thing. After seeing him get picked up by the office by his wife and his child, Jamie suggested that we get a revenge on him. Of course, I was shocked, but I was even more angry, and I decided to do as Jamie said and get revenge on him. I followed him and found out his home address, and in order to expose his true nature, I carefully pieced together a plan. All I had to do now was wait for him to come over again, and a few days later, I got a call from him. As usual, he suddenly told me that he was going to come over, so we hung up, and I immediately called a certain person. A few minutes later, without knowing anything, Kevin waltzed into my house. I was desperate to maintain an act as if nothing happened.
Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Kevin, you had work overtime again today?
Yeah, that's right. You're not on your period today, are you?
No, I'm not.
Really? Well, that's good. I was thinking about this recently, but the birth control pill really is the best. If you get pregnant now, that would be bad for both of us. So you better keep taking it.
When I heard those words, I thought that was my chance, so I decided to put my plan into action. Actually, I'm not taking the birth control, and I didn't get my period this month either. When I said that, just as I expected, he got flustered.
What? But why? You're joking, right?
It's the truth. I got so busy that I didn't have time to go to the gynecologist.
You told me you were taking it, didn't you? Does that mean you lied to me?
Because you said that if I don't take the pill, you would break up with me, so...
Since when did your period stop coming?
Last month.
Are you telling me that you're pregnant? Are you kidding me? How dare you do this without telling me? You better abort it, now!
How could you? That's awful!
This is your own fault! I don't care! I won't acknowledge it either! Actually, we're breaking up, so don't contact me ever, you lying, horrible woman!
Now that he was revealing his true colors, I told him that I recently found out that he actually had a wife and a child. He insisted that he didn't have a wife or a kid, and said that I must have seen the wrong person. I pulled out my cell phone and showed him the photo of him going into a car with them inside. Then he must have given in, as he admitted to being married. When I asked him why he was fooling with me, he seemed over it and said the most scumbag words to my face.
Oh, so you knew. It's not like I was trying to fool you, but I also had no intention of dating you either.
What? But you're the one that asked me out! And you said that when I graduated college, we would be able to be together more, didn't you?
Obviously that was a lie! I would have been happy just to have some girl other than my wife to relieve my sexual desires with. But then you were getting all serious about it on your own, and I was just thinking how much of a chore it was. So this is perfect.
You don't feel bad about your wife at all?
Come on. Anybody would get tired of having the same partner every time. Plus, lately her body is drooping, and her naked body isn't a sight to be seen.
You're seriously the worst! Hurry up and get out!
Why don't we do it one last time? I'll put on protection this time.
Are you kidding me? That's enough already! Get out!
What the hell? Even though I came all this way looking forward to it?
Right as he gave up and was about to leave the room, his wife and his parents who were hiding in the next room came out. You're the worst.
What does this mean, you disgusting bastard?
We will have you divorce our daughter immediately.
What? How? Why are you here?
I called them. In order to tell his wife about his true nature, before this whole incident, I had gone to his house and explained the situation to his wife. But then the wife was the one who suggested this plan. So after I got a call from him, I immediately called her to come over.
Without telling her that you were married, you were messing around with a young woman! You're a complete piece of crap! This isn't what it looks like, sir! Don't speak to me! You're no longer anything to us, you bastard!
I'm going to get a divorce from you right away, so don't ever show your face in front of me again! You traitor! You're the worst!
Please, anything but a divorce? I'm begging you, please forgive me! I swear, I'll never cheat on you again!
As if I would ever believe that!
I'm very sorry, please forgive me!
Seeing him get down on his knees and beg his wife and her parents, I couldn't believe I had been with such a pathetic guy. 3 days later, I got a phone call from him. His wife's parents had taken his wife and his child back to their home. And he says they demanded a divorce and settlement fee immediately. He was then taking it out on me, and from the other side of the phone, he was throwing a temper tantrum and screaming at me.
I will never forgive you for destroying my family! You better pay the cost for aborting that child yourself!
Nobody ever said I was pregnant, though. All I said was that I had my period last month, and I hadn't gotten around to my cycle this month yet. Do you misunderstand something?
Did you set me up?
Don't accuse me of anything! All I did was say the truth. After that, I sued him and collected a settlement fee from him, which made him quiet down, and he never contacted me ever again. According to rumors, after that, the divorce went through and he had to pay a settlement fee to his wife. Because his son was still young, he would have to pay child support fees. And in order to also pay off the loan to the house that he just built, he was left to struggle on his own. After losing his family, he was left living in a spacious new house by himself. As for me, although I was left traumatized because of him, thanks to my friends like Jamie cheering me up, little by little I was able to regain my energy. I never wanted to experience the same thing ever again. No, I vowed to never go near any man who seemed even a little bit suspicious. I want to devote my energy to myself and my precious friends and enjoy the rest of my short life left on campus.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.